Hello everybody, welcome back. This is not an ASMR build video, as you can see. We are building, but it's not ASMR. Also, I do not have my mic today, again. So it's gonna be a little more lo-fi. Hopefully that's okay with you. Today we're continuing on our bookstore / bakery series with our little townhouses. If this is your first time seeing, we have a bakery on the left-hand side, bookstore on the right-hand side. We are building this side right here. If you're wondering why there's a bed and a dresser, it's because I actually filmed part 5. This is part 4. This is part 5. I filmed part 6 on accident and didn't remember. I created our character here, who I will introduce you to. Her name is Georgia Lou. I did not remember that I hadn't yet created her house. I will show you her main outfit here. They might be wearing very similar pants. I cannot stay away from the green. So this is Miss Georgia. She is a baker. Oh, another thing, since I don't have my mic, you're gonna hear a lot of clicking. If you enjoy the clicking and you like the ASMR videos also, the next part, sorry, I forgot I filmed them out of order, where we make Georgia and create a sim mode. That video has a lot of clicking also because I did that this morning and totally forgot that I didn't have my microphone, or I didn't forget, I just wanted to make another video. So there's a lot of clicking in that. So if you like that, that's the video for you, and it's probably already out. This is another one. This is actually her athletic outfit, but I might change it to be everyday too because it's so good. Oh no, I think every time she changes, it's putting laundry into Frankie's laundry bin. Let me see. Oh, yikes. I'm sorry, Frankie. We'll do some laundry. Anyway, okay, this is Miss Georgia. She, they, whatever. They live over here next door at the bakery. I am going to be playing with them today, with both of them, to make some skill gains. I really want to work mostly with Georgia in the kitchen and get all of these different, I want to get batters ready, and I want to start making produce and putting it in the shelves, stocking the shelves, maybe getting some jellies. We can go to the garden, which that's a good idea. I would love to make a little side garden over here for Georgia to use. But yeah, that's what I'm going to get started with. Something that I did in right after the last video, which is actually the next video, I said I was going to come back and make them roommates. And then I said I was going to pause for lunch. When I paused for lunch, I never came back. So if you notice that the video ends abruptly, that would be why. But I tried to make them roommates, and then I realized, which I thought was the case, but I just wanted to give it a try. You can't actually play as roommates. So I got it all set up. That's why there's just a bed and a dresser, because I had to add that to make them roommates. So let me tell you what I've set up instead. They are housemates. They live in the same house, so that I can play them both. You just can't access, Georgia wouldn't have been a playable sim that way, and I really need to, I would really prefer to be able to actually play with her and do all of those skills, work on all of those skills, because that's really the fun part that I'm looking forward to, is really taking full advantage of all of the home chef items and all the cooking things. I never really go too crazy into all of that, and this is the place where I want to fully become self-sufficient in this kitchen play. Also, I added, hold on, one of the first things I did was add the business aspect to the game. So I made Georgia an employee. You can see they have talked. They honestly did not talk very long. And Frankie, it's like whenever I play with Frankie, her relationship scores go so far up. I'm actually going to look at my, oh gosh, my Simology. Gregarious. Ooh, oh, because I chose a, okay, I'm gregarious. I had no idea. That is why. Okay. Because every time I play with her, I'm like, this is so fast. So they're already pretty good friends. They're not like good friends like the Sims category, but I mean, like, you can see that relationship bar is already pretty high. And she confessed her attraction like right away. I didn't want that, but that's okay. Maybe it goes with the story. So that's what happened. They have met. They know there's a little something there, but now we are strictly going to keep them as neighbors, as, you know, they live in the same house just logistically for our play, but in the storyline, they are just neighbors. Something we definitely need to make sure of is giving Frankie a bathroom with a shower, because right now, they are both, oh, did I say Frankie? I meant to say Georgia. They are both locked out of each other's apartments by this little gate. I know it's a little ugly. Typically, I like to cover things up with plants or with something on the ground. Because it's right by the staircase, there's not necessarily something I could do that with, unless I put like a little bookshelf there or something, and it's just, I don't see that in my future. So I'm okay with that being here. It's a little ugly, but this is also only going to be staying while they don't know each other so well. Something else, I mean, we talked about this last time. I love the use of gates. So there's also this gate right here, and I'm going to go ahead and also lock that for Frankie. And I will actually lock for everyone. I'll do for everyone but Georgia, for now. Lock for everyone but Georgia. Okay, so Georgia's gonna be the only one back there for now. And the good thing is, as long as she doesn't run out of anything, she is able to prep all the stuff early in the day and then just be the only one who tends the coffee store. Like, they can buy things without her being somewhere specific, so that should be fine. Anyway, that's some of the kind of logistical setup of running this. I love using gates. I know sometimes they glitch out in bigger spaces, or when you have a lot of gates, it doesn't always work. But these are my only 3 gates, and also it's only 2 Sims that I'm trying to take care of. A lot of the heavy lifting is done by the zoning in build mode, which we can go ahead and head into now. As you can see, if you remember from when we built this, which was I believe was episode 4, this downstairs bakery did not have a zone to it, even when I like kind of went out of build mode and came back. So now that is back, thankfully. It's classified correctly as a public space. Technically, I believe I could put the fence all the way through, and, well, actually, I don't know if it would go here, but maybe, you know, meet it up with this wall and make this a employee zone only. Let me actually see if I can do that, and if it like totally ruins the space. Let me turn, I need to make sure I have move objects on. Okay. Oh, I don't want to do that. Cancel. Okay. Fences. Draw. Just a normal black fence. Oh, it is not catching up with the wall. Well, what if I put it there? And then I just go back 1. No? Where was that? Okay, I'm gonna undo that. But what if okay, I hate when that happens, when it just randomly decides to delete something. Gosh, so it would kind of have to be, yeah, it won't do it. Okay. I think it's gonna be too much of a hassle. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. I think it's going to be too much of a hassle to actually do that unless we basically like, which I don't know why that's going to delete. Hold on. Let me just set that there for a second. Basically do this and then this and then this. Ooh, that could do it. Okay. Okay, that could do it. And then would it classify this as something else? Okay, no. So I don't want to do that. It's, oh my gosh, now it's not showing this anymore. I don't know why that is. Oh, if you're seeing, okay. Anyway, sorry. Okay, something happened on my end. If a video paused, I think we're fine, but oh my gosh, and no, I don't want this to be public. Residential. I like do not know why this is happening. I just need to go back again. Okay, now it's back. I don't understand, but I just don't want to mess with it. It's got to be something. Oh, okay. I've seen it all. Thank you. Anyway, in the meantime, I think basically I just want to, I don't know, I have this set up. I'm just going to go ahead and build upstairs. I'm not going to delete this until I place another bed. I don't think it's going to do anything, but just in case. What flooring do I have downstairs? Ooh. This is the flooring I have downstairs. We can try to match like downstairs and upstairs. I'm not sure if I want to do that like I did next door with Frankie's house. Georgia definitely has a little more modern taste. I also like that I'm talking about this as I'm building versus, ooh, I do actually like this, versus last time when I built and then came back and talked through it. My create a sim when we made Georgia, I feel like I was very nervous and chaotic. Oh, I do also like something like that. Is this what I put? Oh no, that's not what I put in Georgia's or in Frankie's kitchen. Anyway, my point is, I felt like I was really slow, just like when I was building. But this, I feel like I'm doing this at a pretty good speed. Okay, this kind of reminds me of like the church, the children's area of a church, or like the multi-purpose room of a small Baptist church. I'm gonna stick with this right now. I might end up changing it. The thing is, and this is what I'm always trying to tell myself, my Sims do not have to like exactly what I like, and I do think that this does kind of match the newer vibe that Georgia has going on versus what Frankie enjoyed. Ooh, or even something like this. Just to kind of, it is kind of like an old townhouse. Let's see. Okay, that's what I have it as now. There's also, like, I like the white trim. No, that's bad. I don't want pink. I think I will do, oh, there's just the blue trim. Which one was it? This one? Yeah, okay, I think I will kind of stick with that. Let me see. So Frankie's setup is slightly different, mostly in the back, because there's no, just because of where we put the stairs, there's like this little area that I guess could potentially be a bathroom. That would make sense because also then the plumbing's together. I know that that's not real in Sims, but then at least it would maybe kind of function that way. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure this bathroom is only 6 tiles wide. So I'm actually just gonna replicate the bathroom, just completely duplicate it when I said replicate, I meant to say duplicate. So that's something that I guess won't really change. I'm just gonna kind of mirror everything. Let's see, I will keep I don't know if I want it to be brick in there, because I kind of like that there's some things that are different about their houses. I don't want everything to be matchy-matchy, but I don't hate this. Okay, so I'm trying to see how this would realistically work. The basin is right here, I believe. The toilet is like right here. And then that little rug, which is actually not that little. It's like right here. Okay, yeah, it's pretty much the same bathroom, just next to each other. I don't think I have any other, like, I don't have shelving in there. Maybe that would have been something good to put. Oh, and I don't have a mirror. Maybe I should add that real fast. Ooh. I have the hiccups, so that is not going to be good. I'm going to try to be quiet with the hiccups. Yeah, I feel like I always use this one. That is a good one, though. I'm just going to keep it simple and do this medicine. It's the amped up mirror. It's not a medicine cabinet, but whatever. I mean, it is. That's what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, I don't mind the blue one. I think I'll do the blue one over here, and then maybe they have different mirrors. I do think I might replace the door. That one's pretty basic. There's this kind of nicer mirror, but there is that squiggly one at the top that I kind of like. I don't know. I think I might go for it. Okay, so they have different mirrors. Frankie's a little more homebody. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, not plain, but she likes the grandma style. And I think Georgia's a little more up to date. The only thing else I was gonna say is actually putting a shelf. I don't think shelves are included. They're in wall decorations, potentially. Or maybe they're actually not. See, shelves are so hard to find unless you like go through function, surfaces, displays. I might do one of the like specific shelf. Oh, no, not that. Oh, wait, that's kind of cute. I might just put that in Frankie's like house. Or, oh, wait, that's really cute. We put that downstairs, or we can also just put it in. Okay, I like that there. I might also put it in Georgia's kitchen, like actual kitchen. Just in silver. Perfect. Oh, I could put it there, or I could put it over here. No, it's weird to have a shelf there. And I can actually set stuff on there, so I could, like, put no? Can't do that? Okay. I think I can set stuff up there. It's a display. Like this. I don't know why I'd put that on there, but little mortal and pestle. There's also one over there, but I can, sure. Put the mortal and pestle up there. Anything else? We kind of have everything. We don't need biochemical medical. We don't need that. We don't need toothbrushes up there. Maybe like some extra soap or something. I don't know. Or a little box. How big is this box? Okay, that's small. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think that's fine for now. We'll go back upstairs, but some sort of display is what I was trying to find. Oops, not plumbing, surfaces, displays. It's a shelf. Okay, true. I just want a little bathroom shelf. What is this? Salvadorian shelf. I want a shelf with stuff already on there. Oh my gosh, I do actually love that. Like something like, Frankie totally would. Frankie would definitely have that somewhere. Why is, okay, what? My turn is getting all messed up. Oh my gosh, that was super strange. Oh, okay, we can put this by her bed. Well, I know we're done with Frankie. I just need to move on. There's not really a good place for this. But I do think Frankie would be the one to have it versus Georgia. That is also so cute. I've never seen it before today. I'm just gonna put... Gosh. That's a kitchen shelf. Very cute, but not what we need. A medicine cabinet? What is this? Full of comfort. Okay, that's for babies. That is for babies. I'm just gonna skip the shelf in that one, and then maybe oh, that's the one with the toilet. Maybe only Georgia has one, and maybe it is, I kind of liked the So Chic. It was a glass one, this one. I think that's fine. And on it, I'm just gonna put a little plant and a little candle or something. Let me see if there's anything else I want on there. Necklace. There's nothing really that what is this? Ooh, a vintage jewelry box. Okay. Georgia has lots of jewelry, so I will put that jewelry box up here. Does it look kind of weird? It's hard to see because I can't... Wait, why is that changing? What? That's so cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that, I think. Cannot see it, but that's fine. Oh, and what color rug would Georgia have? I think she'd probably be more in like this color. And maybe she should have a different color thingy as well. Shower curtain. Okay. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. Let's see. I did want to see the out and about rug or shelf. Oh, are there two lights in there? No, there's not. Okay. Just keep going back to displays. I just really liked that. Like something really small here at the front. Or like here. We could also, the other option is moving, so switching things up this way. Hold on. I'm just gonna move this door. It's not real. No, okay. We can't really do that. I don't think she's gonna be able to step in the shower if we do that. I could be wrong. We'll test it. But it would be cool to kind of put that here, right by the front door. Like here. I'm gonna replace this door. I think Frankie loves it. I don't think that it's Georgia's style. Maybe I want a closed door also. Like, imagine. I mean, that is a gorgeous door, but at what cost? No, that's a dorm room door. I didn't mean to click on. I do like this one. It's too big, obviously. No, that's illegal. It's so not good. Oh, I like this one. Wait, that's even bigger than the other one? Can I actually size this down? But now it looks really small. I think I'm actually gonna undo all of that work. And keep the door. And, well, I could also put that on this side. Or, I'm just gonna delete that for now. We don't even know if we're gonna use it. Okay, I will move this over. So I have this little double window thing going on. The thing is, bedroom. The bedroom has to be like, I think the bedroom's really gonna have to be like against this door because she needs a kitchen. She needs a good kitchen. Let me see here. We could also, she could just not have a, what am I trying to say? She could not have a, okay, I don't like those. A dining room, like a little dining area, like this. And we could just go straight into like counters over here and then upper cabinets over here. I think I might try that. With, what counters do I want? I like the Tomarang. I say Tomarang. I like the Tomarang kitchen counters. And I like this color. I just think we'll have to. Okay, that's where that one sits. Yeah, that's really annoying. Oh, we'll have to go over as well. Yeah, okay, I think that's fine. I think that works. And then outer corner. I've always wondered, when am I going to use an outer corner cabinet? Because I've never had to use one. Let's see. Outer corner. Perfect. And then we'll do the inner corner again. Okay, wow. It's a little strange, but I kind of like it. None of these corners, or none of these counters, as beautiful as they are, can actually be used. So we do have to be careful of that. Let me just see if this is actually something I want to go through with, because I do like the idea of it, but I don't know how practical it is. Yeah, we could do this double tile here. Oh, no, we can't, because I want it to be, you know what I'm saying? I want them to be able to use it. I have a little cough, 1 second. Whoa, you can do an outer corner thing, but it's not attached to the wall, so why would you do that? Right end piece? Okay. Wait, what? Why is it that way? Okay, I think I'll just do 2 of these guys. I don't, what's happening? What? Can you be on the wall? That's so strange. I don't know what that was doing. Okay. Oh, I don't know if it's a little too odd. Another thing we could do is put instead of this being a counter, that could be an island instead. And then this could be kind of functional versus used just to be a cabinet. I do not think I'm liking this. It's not horrible, but it's not great. Maybe I just need to add some more colors in and things. I feel like I'm losing. Ooh. Maybe the blue tops? Okay. Yeah, I'm not super sure how I feel about this. You could just do one of these. No, I think I'm gonna just have a little workstation over here and not worry about it being like, oh, a corner piece. Oh, you know, something else piece. I think I'll just kind of keep it like that. Keep it plain and simple, usable counters. Okay. Then over here, we can do maybe 1 counter or even an end counter. Ooh, that's not very helpful. We could also put a refrigerator there. Whoa, this thing's huge. Or at least it looks big. I think you could probably have the same. The colors don't really work. I don't know. I was gonna say they could probably have the same fridge, but I don't mind that one. Classic modern fridge. True. Do I want the white back? Or there's this one. Matching all the colors is like number 1. It takes so much time for me, but it's also so fun. We'll just keep it like that, I think. Wait, why is it so wide? Is that true of all fridges? No. Ooh, I like that one. It's small but cute. It matches with the colors. Okay, we'll keep that. We can do them all down one? Is that what I should have? Let's see. Oops. That's not the one at all. Okay. Maybe a half tile? Okay, something like that. The only thing is that we need an oven. Well, this actually can be the oven. We'll do the insertable ones like we did over there. Oh, I love... Wait, is this supposed to be on its own? It's supposed to be on its own. I'm sorry, I thought it was a... Okay, I want the insertable one. Okay. Color matches are slim. I guess that kind of gets the job done. Ooh, I bet my air has been really loud on this video, like every time the air turns on. Oh, or there's that, like, just... Okay, yeah, okay, I like that. So, the thing is, she needs to really have everything. Like, she needs a good kitchen. I just don't think this is giving us the kitchen she deserves, you know? I kind of want to go one more counter width out. Like this. That counter end is so ugly. It's so like big and bulky. That's why typically upper cabinets never work well. I don't know. I always have trouble using them. What would it look like just without a cabinet there? Would it look fine? Something like that? Or even without an end shelf right there? We can keep the end shelf. Okay. I think that looks okay. Maybe we can put the big cabinet there, if it'll let us. Oof. But then we just put this guy. Yeah, okay. Now we're kind of cooking with gas. That's something I've always said. Oh, horizontal. We need some string lights here. Oops. Okay, I can't see where the other ones went. So I'm just know there is a light up here. Whoops. I cannot see them, but that's okay with me. Some underlighting, I think that's fine. Yay! Okay. I don't know about the colors still. Like, these look so good. Lighting. Like, the light color looks so good. Maybe I will come back to this. I don't know. It just looks a little outdated, but I think that's fine. I think that is fine. Also, maybe part of the story can be like, Georgia spent so much money renovating downstairs of the townhouse, that townhome. That is what she has now. Also, she doesn't need a full-size bed. Maybe she prioritizes the kitchen, and this is her little bed area. Or little bed area can be right here. I think we can also do a little, like, what am I thinking of? Guys, I had a matcha, and I can feel it coursing through my veins. I do not do well with any caffeine, even though I love matcha. What am I looking for? A room divider. Okay. Like this guy. Kind of like right there by the bathroom. It's a little strange. It is a little strange. I'm actually gonna say that. It's a little strange. Or we could put it here. Like right by the door. It's strange, but also, dare I say, practical to kind of shut off the bathroom for everybody else. I don't know. I'm not loving it. I'm gonna remove that. It's hard because we made Frankie's work so well. Well, let's see. Could we also do something like this? Where it's right over here. What if I use the same dividers as Frankie? Same room divider. My heart is beating faster than anyone's heart has ever gone ever. I feel crazy pants. Crazy pants also, I've said that twice in this video. That's just a thing that I say. There's also, if something's super crazy pants, it's heavy pants crazy. And honestly, this could be getting into heavy pants crazy territory. Okay, this only, okay, we can at least bump her up to this one. The thing is, like, how realistic is, okay, I kind of like that one. Like, how much would Georgia actually care about how big her room is? I think Frankie's probably the one to want a little more space, her and Angela Marie. You know. Oh, do I want to put in a backsplash? Which one would I do? Probably the blue one. Or the other blue one. I did not mean to do that. What? Okay. Yeah, I kind of like the backsplash. We can also do another one like here-ish, or make it smaller and do two up there. Is that kind of weird? I think it's a little strange, but I don't think anybody cares or is going to notice besides me. Oh, except for that. Okay. We'll just delete that. We can just get rid of this top shelf and put something else there. Maybe another little shelf for pots and pans. Wall decorations. See, I don't want that one. I want a different pot and pan situation. Ooh, I like. Okay. I don't know how practical that is, but I am digging it a little. Yay! I like that. Okay. Guys, this matcha is coursing through my veins. I think I'm gonna take a break and I will be right back. I'm just gonna like go exercise or something. Hello, I'm back, and you may have noticed that the quality of the video has significantly decreased. That is because while I was away, I actually recorded like 20 minutes of work that I accidentally pressed the wrong button and got deleted. That's also why it's moving so fast. This is a voiceover. I've since done this portion. I've finished the apartment, and I'm just coming back to do the voiceover. That's why it's in 2x speed. I feel like I finished this house a lot quicker than the last time when I took like 2 hours per video. I feel like I think it took 3 hours total, so like an hour and a half per video. I finished this a lot faster, but just because I already talked through all of this and I don't remember what I said, and it was a little bit heartbreaking to press the wrong button, I thought I'd just do a voiceover. Basically right now I'm trying to figure out where the chairs and things are gonna go. The tricky part about this house is that it's where the bathroom is. On the other side, on Frankie's side, it was really easy to put the bathroom in that back corner, and it was right next to the bedroom. But in this case, because there's that weird little closet-like space that was perfectly fit for the bathroom, the rest of the house, the layout is a little bit odd. So I'm just trying to figure out like where to put everything. So right now I'm attempting to put everything kind of in that left-hand corner for the living room, but it didn't work. So I do end up moving it over to the center behind the little island there, and I messed around with this for a while. I think it ended up looking pretty good. I'm hoping that the island doesn't make the kitchen look too small. I think it actually, like in my mind, I feel like it makes it look put together and complete, but it definitely looks homey. I will say that. One other thing that I can't remember, I'm sure I talked about it like while I was doing all this other building, but I feel like Georgia, just her style is so like the browns, the like clean. I know we talked about that when I looked down at the lower, like in the bakery, to see what I had done there. But hers is like more simple, more clean, a little more. I want to say chic, but I don't know if it's chic versus just like a little cleaner, a little more simple colors, a little newer, a little more modern than Frankie. And I mess around with the colors a lot just because I don't want it to look all the same, but I do want it to look cohesive. Yeah, that's what I'm working on now. This train I thought was so cool. It's not gonna stay, but I do think it looked really cool. The couch also I had trouble with. I have trouble with living rooms in general, just how they're spaced, how the design, like the structure works, the focal points, things like that are difficult for me in a living room. I kind of only know how to do this sort of 3-point structure with the couch and the 2 chairs and the TV stand and the TV. I would love to embrace, some different styles. I would love to try that out more, but that's why I always use reference pics. Since I have not been using any reference pictures for this, it's been a little more challenging. I also just really want to apologize. I will never use The Sims, like, video software again. I kind of thought, oh, this isn't gonna be good quality, but I was like, let me just try it since, I don't know, my game bar, every time I go, ooh, whoa. Oh, I just noticed also you literally can't see what I'm adding. Like you can't see what I'm looking at. That is so strange. I promise you I'm never using this again. But it does kind of make it look fast, I guess. It makes it look like I'm just coming up with this stuff. But I am not. I'm going through and choosing everything. I wish you could see my mouse too. Anyway, I don't remember what I was saying. Basically, that my game bar. So if I have to, for whatever reason, go back to the Windows page, and then I come back to my game, it deletes my it says I can't open a video. It doesn't delete the video. Today it did because I pressed really the wrong button. But if I basically like go out and come back in, it says I can't start a video because it thinks it's a windowed game versus like being open in its own app. Anyway, I doubt that that's really exciting too, but that's why it looks like this, and I'll never do it again, I promise. As you can see, I moved that pot and pan a billion times. The thing is, I really want her kitchen. I think it's going to be something that I kind of go back and look at a couple times, and something that will evolve. Like I keep saying, I'm getting used to like something evolving in The Sims, like making it a living, breathing thing that will change because our Sims will change. But I really wanted our kitchen to be as lively and cooking oriented, like as functional as her bakery downstairs is, or her kitchen downstairs. I don't think that's necessarily a possibility, mostly because it's so small and the kitchen space that's needed in the space that I made is kind of not super helpful. It doesn't really work very well with that. But all of that to say, why is it just still? Okay, see, this is why you need to see my mouse, because I was looking for stuff during that time. But all that is to say, this is the portion where I'm trying to warm it up. I didn't add as many functional things, but I remember when we made Frankie's side, I really wanted Georgia to have like a really nice coffee setup. Just because, I don't know, it sounded really cool. There's that train that I wanted to work. It does not work. It just does not work. I don't know. For a second there, I was like, does Frankie really like train, or does Georgia really like trains? No. I don't know why I thought that. Once again, I'm choosing stuff. This is like really, I'm never using this again. I know I keep saying that, but it's just, I wish I had done it the normal way, like completely exited out and completely got it back in. But you know what? We live and we learn. Yeah, the color coordination is difficult. I think I'm happy with that. I think I stick with that green for the Kleenex box. I don't want it to look matchy, but I don't want it to look crazy. I was thinking, I had a couple thoughts. Like I said, the bathroom was in a weird spot, and because of that, everything else kind of ends up being in a weird spot. I mean, the bathroom, it's in a perfect spot, but the bedroom's not connected to it. I just feel like that would be a very strange place for a bedroom, based on how we ended up doing the layout of the kitchen and just the way we decided to go with it. I don't know. So I was thinking of doing a bookshelf kind of situation in that back corner where, once again, I am currently looking through items and you cannot tell. But I also thought about doing, like, I was choosing between that and then like dresser, laundry, stuff like that. It didn't look right when I, like, at this point, like, that doesn't really look right. I tried putting in another room divider. I just think it looks really, I don't know what I was thinking. That looks really out of place and kind of weird. So I ended up moving it by the bathroom, and I kind of messed around with it a bit. But I wanted like what's the word I'm looking for? Desk. I wanted a desk on the side by the bathroom. And I tried to make that happen. I don't know. You'll have to tell me how it looks. Also rug. Also rug. Luckily I have purse. I really wanted to differentiate the space for the living room. We really did that in Frankie's, on Frankie's side. And it took me a while to find the rug that I wanted. This was kind of the same. I went through a lot of rugs, and I still don't know if I'm happy with the one that we decided on, we being me. I also changed out the couch because this just isn't looking right. Like, I really love that rug, and then, yeah, even sizing it down, it's just, it doesn't look good, in my opinion. And I think it's mostly like the pillows. I really loved that wood, like the bench part of that sofa, but I don't know, it just wasn't working for me. So I tried changing the, it's not an ottoman. What is that thing? Little beanbag thing. And I tried changing the rug. I think, do I go back to that other rug? Because that other rug was so gorgeous. I really liked it. It just didn't end up working with like what I needed. Yeah, the shape is hard. If you have recommendations for simmers who do like really good living rooms, let me know. Or just really good interiors in general. I know I'm bad at exteriors, but I care more about interiors. And there's spaces that I feel I'm really good at. Like, I think I excel in adding in clutter and making it seem more livable and doing kind of intimate spaces. But when it comes to general structure and layout, like what looks normal, I'm not the best at it. So if you have somebody you think does it well, let me know. Oh yeah, this is the rug I landed on, and then I changed out that couch. I don't know. I like it. Like, I don't know. It's not gelling for me. I tried the brown version. I don't remember if I stick with that or not. It looks fine. It doesn't look great. But I do think that's what I stick with. I cannot remember. Oh no, the blue one. Okay, the blue one is better than the brown one, in my opinion. I think. Okay, moving that around. I think the pillows just mesh better with everything. I'm kind of liking, Frankie's side, we have this very clear, like, pink, light purples, like mauve thing going on with green. Obviously there's a lot of like wood tones on Georgia's side, but I do think there's like this bluish and mauve kind of quality that also comes over. So they're pretty similar in that regard. I think if we ever move them in, make this kind of one big house, which would be kind of cool. I think it'll be easy to blend their styles together. I like the idea of moving Sims. I've never really, I don't know, I never really used to do that, but then like moving them into college or, marrying Sims, moving them together, I like to bring their stuff over and kind of blend their styles. That's another thing I really excel in, I think, is finding the right plants for the right space, or just like filling in with plants as clutter. I think that one on the left was living, so I'll have to take care of it, like a houseplant. I wish I could tell you, but you can't see. But I'm pretty sure. I also love the new hamper over there on the side. That is gonna get moved. It doesn't just stay there, but I think I accidentally put it on, I don't know, either downstairs I found it and when we built the bakery, I think, and I was like, oh, she has to have this. I've already built Georgia. I built Georgia this morning before I remembered I had to build the whole upstairs. So you'll see that video too. It'll probably come out at the same time, so I'm assuming it's already up. But she's this very interesting line between like femme and mask. I don't know, definitely I would say soft mask. But I really liked exploring like what her apartment would look like. At this point, I think I was looking for clocks. I think I got it, just like the really normal one, really small one. Anyway, but yeah, at that point I was really trying to blend what I knew of Georgia and what I was finding out about Georgia through making her space. So that was probably the most fun part of doing this. I can kind of get a clearer sense of their characters because, like I've said many times, that's my favorite part. I think Georgia is super interesting. The newest character I create is always a little more well fleshed out than the character before. So I think that Georgia right now is going to be the more interesting sim for me to play with. One, there's a lot more to do, obviously, with the kitchen, like, items, and having a home, like, a home kitchen, I don't know, home bakery, home restaurant, whatever, versus writing, like, the writing career is not that challenging. You just write and name your books. And I'm really excited to play them both at the same time, but right now Georgia seems like the more interesting character to me. She is, I believe I made her a genius. I made her, yeah, I think I was choosing between genius and ambitious. And I love her style. I had to work on it for a bit, but I figured it out. You can see, okay, also curtains, they are really the bane of my existence. I wish we had much better curtains. I wish they could like auto size to the size of window. Like you could do any style and it would auto size. That would be crazy. Anyway, I can't really remember her traits. Besides, I know she was a genius. I think she's A Child of the Village. Is that what it's called? And oh gosh, what was the first one? I don't know, but I picked some good traits. I'm not sure how I feel about this desk. I don't think I'm gonna change it by any means, but I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling about this whole corner in general. I do try to kind of buff up the space a bit, but I'm not 100% sure I've done that well. But once again, it's a living space. I'll be able to add things. This is also where I remembered to add functional items besides the items in her kitchen. I built a really detailed museum renovation. I think I've mentioned that like last week sometime. And because of that, I'm not super worried about putting a lot of hobbies and skill-oriented items into their houses, just because one, their main skills are going to be writing and cooking and baking, and mixology and things like that. But also, I know that I can take them over to that museum slash, now it's like a cultural center, art center, whatever. It literally has everything. So I'm not I don't feel super stressed to go to put stuff in my house because they can just go there. I don't know why I wanted to put this towel rack there as it's not right for the space. I'm almost done also. We are almost done. I feel like obviously this is in 2x speed, but I do also just feel like I did this in general, like pretty fast in general. We'll see if I have any regrets. I feel like Frankie's space was so easily definable, and Georgia, I just learned more about her every time I go back. Anything else about Georgia that I can think of? I don't know, I'm just really excited to play with her. I can't remember if I said this in the part of the video that you've heard or the part that I lost that had no video attached to it. But I'm thinking that she will be the one to play with the bar. Like she'll tend the coffee bar. That way we don't need a third person in the mix to tend that. I think I did say that to you all. But anyway, that'll be exciting. And it means there's something to do after, like in the evenings or mornings before they're open. Sometimes it can get a little boring. Sometimes my what was I saying? I don't remember. Sometimes, I don't know, there's nothing to do with your Sims, especially if they have like one skill. I switched out, I wanted to see if those screens would look better if I switched them out for, instead of that room divider. Turns out the room divider was better, I think, but I did kind of like the idea of that screen. I liked it by the desk, and I ended up moving it by the, what's that called? By the washer and dryer. I like it by the washer and dryer, and I really wonder what it would look like if I had another one by the desk. Like playing with levels, playing with proximity, theater terms are coming out, directing terms are coming out. But oh yeah, I ended up using the radiator, which does fit the space, and there is a radiator on Frankie's side. So that's a little bit classic if you ask me, but I kind of wonder, maybe I'll go back and see what it would look like to also have a screen there. It'd probably look too much, but I don't know, anything to kind of divvy up the space. And then the last thing I wanted to do was, there's 2 things left. I'm gonna put a bookshelf over here. It took me a couple tries to get the right one. And then a rug under the desk. And what did I do? I put something else on the bookshelf. Or no, I put a little, oh, you'll see. I put a little plant in the corner, and I think it really freshens up the space. I would love to have more live house plants and also maybe do a garden. I talked about that at the beginning, I'm pretty sure. Just because, I'd like to be self-sufficient. I have a vineyard where they grow everything for their vineyard. They don't buy it. It's actually based off of Jessie from The Parent Trap. And I made Hallie and Annie. Is that their names? Hallie? Annie? Yeah, Hallie Parker. Okay, anyway. Oh, the last thing I do also is I add some sconces on either side just to kind of fill that sort of dead space. Um, I don't know. I think it looks fine, but I would love to potentially keep working on this apartment. Yeah, I think the last thing that I'm gonna do is add the rug. Um, there's not too much left to say. If you enjoyed this, please watch more. I'm gonna keep making them. I know that ASMR videos get the most likes. This time, I kind of just wanted to build, and like I've said in the past, it kind of hurts your voice to whisper all the time, and I don't think I'm skilled enough to do soft-spoken ASMR. But here's a little rundown of what the apartment looks like. I put one more thing. I forgot I put one more thing over here. But anyway, hope you watch next time. Love making these. And I do not settle on this picture, I promise. Okay, I'm just trying to find ways to fill the space. Goodbye.